Verse 22, the words of a talebearer are like tasty let me try this again. The words of a talebearer are like tasty trifles, and they go down into the inmost body. Again, a talebearer is a gossip. Somebody who shares what sometimes unsubstantiated personal information about someone else that could possibly hurt their reputation. But is talebearing or gossip only about things that are unsubstantiated? Sometimes we tell ourselves, well, hey, this is true, so I can just tell it to anybody. It's fine, right? But that's not always the case either. Sometimes there are things that really we ought to cover. We ought to keep them to ourselves, even if they are true. But, gossip, it's like candy. It's like cake. You know, I think about going through the checkout aisle at the grocery store, and it's full of candy bars and the National Enquirer, right? Because they're so easy. You just see it and you want it. Oh, what happened to, what do they call it, Brangelina? Do they still do that? I can't remember who's split up, or, you know, it's all kinds of just gossip. A lot of it unsubstantiated. Oh, you know, somebody came up with an idea and they were just going to print it all over this magazine or newspaper or whatever it is. But it's so tempting, isn't it, to hear about other people and what's going on in their lives, especially if it's, you know, somewhat controversial. So it's easy to go down. But it says it goes down into the inmost body. And it really gets down into your soul. And when you consume those kinds of things, it impacts your relationship. When you hear something about somebody that really you probably shouldn't have heard, it will impact your relationship with them. It'll influence your thoughts and your judgments. And so just a few examples here I wanted to share. And just think through, is this something that should be shared? Is it okay? Or should we keep this to ourselves? I heard so-and-so was diagnosed with cancer. Let's pray for them. Is that something okay to share? I think in general that's fine, right? Somebody has something come upon them, and we want to pray for them. It's almost certainly something that they wouldn't mind somebody sharing with others. How about this one? You know, I saw Bob and Mary fighting in the parking lot the other day. I think maybe their marriage is in trouble. Is that something we should share? Probably not, right? That's something we should probably keep to ourselves. You know, maybe it would be an opportunity to go to Bob and Mary and say, hey, I overheard some things. You know, is there something that I can maybe help out with? Maybe that's one of those things where you just don't meddle in somebody else's quarrel. But if it's somebody you know, I think it's worth maybe asking around, because sometimes people, they kind of suffer in quarrels or things going on in their marriage, and they don't tell anybody. And if you see something, maybe it is appropriate to talk to them. But should we share that abroad? We don't know all the details of what's going on in their life, and we shouldn't share that abroad. Or how about, I saw Suzanne at the Red Lobster with some guy. Well, maybe that was her cousin or her brother that we've never met. We can't be just sharing things like that. And if we're concerned, hey, talk to Suzanne about it. Don't just gossip about it. Let's see, a couple more here. Oh, so-and-so couple, I found out they're going to this marriage seminar. Their marriage must be in real trouble. And some people are actually concerned about going to a marriage seminar to do a tune-up in their marriage, because we could all use that, right? Because people might judge them for it. We certainly, that shouldn't be the case. How about this one? You know, son, you've been spending time with this young lady, and I've heard some things about her. She has a really bad reputation, and I don't think it's a good idea for you to be spending time with her. Is that gossip? No, I don't think it is. You're trying to provide some instruction to your son, and you're not trying to, just denigrate somebody or share something just because it's a tasty trifle. You're actually trying to help out somebody who might be making a bad decision. How about this one? Lisa's testimony really touched me. She shared how God brought her through depression. You know, and in those cases, I think you do need to be careful, right? Somebody might have shared something about a testimony in her life that was just meant between you and her, or you and that other person. And so find out, hey, is it okay if I share your testimony with somebody else? Because that might be helpful. Somebody else is dealing with this as well, and is it okay? Sometimes it's just better to ask before sharing something. And so ask yourself that question, why am I sharing this? Am I really trying to help? Or is this just a tasty trifle that, wow, is just really juicy gossip for entertainment, maybe even revenge, or maybe it's to make me feel important because I know something that other people don't? What is our motivation? Is it true love and concern? And even then, even if it is true love and concern for somebody else, be careful. It's so easy to deceive ourselves. Oh, I'm doing this for the right reason, when really we're not. When in doubt, I think, just keep it to yourself.